Hello, good evening. All right, I'm super excited to do these little lesson plans because it feels like I get to go back to school, which I kind of did because I drew with markers and stuff. So thank you, Bailey and Jenny, for letting me teach you. And I hope I'm not here to teach you like school type science stuff. I'm here to blow your mind, hopefully, to where you can go out and about in the real world and see things from a new perspective. And so to start by doing that, I was going to teach a whole lesson on size scales. Problem being there is a lot to teach on size scales. So I figure we'll get down to the nitty gritty and we're going to learn about atoms. And the topic is there's no such thing as size, which your sister Kaylee will know is one of my favorite things to say. So atoms. There is no such thing as size. The reason I'm saying this is because atoms are so minuscule that with all of the technology we have today, we're not even able to see one. But we know what it is because of different scientific experiments and stuff, but that's a different story. So an atom is 1,000,000 times smaller in diameter than a human hair. So, oh, it didn't hurt that bad. So here's my hair. I'm blonde, you can't really, oh, there it is, okay. Okay, so that's my hair. So shrink that by 1,000,000, and that's an atom, okay? So they are 0.00000000001 meters in diameter. Atoms are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. That's the basic, okay? And we're just going to start with the basic building blocks. Protons and neutrons are located in the nucleus. Now give me 1 second. Okay. I have an extra. Okay, so here is our nucleus. Okay. It's in the. God, that's stunk. Let me switch it around. Okay. Here's the nucleus. Got it? N. Inside the nucleus, which I'm gonna label it N U because the nucleus contains neutrons, which I'm gonna label N. Okay? So the nucleus consists of protons and neutrons, okay? Protons are positively charged. They are positively charged particles. Now, Sherlock, what do you think neutrons stars are? Stars, gosh. Charges. Break the word down, neutrons. Neutral. Correct. There is no charge. So, there's no charge in the neutron, and the proton's positive. What would be the overall charge of that nucleus? Positive. So the nucleus is a positively charged center. Surrounding the nucleus are a whole different kind of particle, and these are called electrons, okay? So electrons circle the nucleus. Electrons have a negative charge. So you have a positively charged nucleus and negatively charged electrons, okay? Now, we all know that opposites attract. Well, I'm not even sure if I believe that yet, but on the scientific scale, opposites attract, okay? So you have a negatively charged cloud of electrons surrounding a positively charged nucleus, okay? And that's what keeps it together. Hopefully that was enough, just because now what we're going to do is we're going to compare that teeny tiny atom and make it something that we can visualize. Science is hard sometimes because a lot of things you can't visualize because they're out of our sense, our human ability to sense them. They're out of that. So we have to make believe. Now, here is a basketball. If the nucleus of an atom was the size of a basketball, the closest electron would be 20 miles away. That's pretty dang far. So think of all of that empty space that's just sitting in this atom. 20 miles, if you make it on human scale. 20 miles. Now, if we want to compare that to our body to make us feel even bigger, there are about 7 times 10 to the 27 atoms in your body. Now, I'm not going to pronounce this because I don't even know if it's a real number. But, I can't even get it all on my screen. There we go. That number right there, that is how many atoms are in your body. Think of all of that empty space in just your human body. Now you may be thinking, if that's the case, why can't I, like, slap my face and then have my hand go through it? I really wouldn't do that if I had to, but why can't I? Why am I not falling through the floor I'm sitting on if there's so much empty space? And that is where forces come into play. There are extremely powerful electric and magnetic fields and forces that keep things the way they are. And that's a whole other in-depth conversation that I almost still don't understand that stuff. So here's another little fun fact. Humans. There are 7 billion humans on planet Earth, so think that's too much of a math number to count, but think of all the atoms on planet Earth, and even incorporate it into the geological structure of the Earth. Bajillion, trillion, bajillions, gillions, googles, tons, okay? So, if that's the case, and we are composed of billions of atoms, and the universe is composed of billions of stars and galaxies, you'll start to see by thinking deeply that there's no such thing as science. Everything is a model of kind of the same model, I guess. Atoms look like solar systems. You've got your center and you've got your planets. You've got your nucleus and you've got your electrons, okay? And same with solar systems and galaxies and stuff. It's all the same concept. So instead of feeling like a super small, meager human being who lives in this vast, vast universe of millions of stars, no, you are a universe yourself. There are more connections going on in your brain than there are stars in our known universe. You are a universe, okay? And you're made up of these magnificent atoms. So hopefully that spurred your mind to start thinking about things a little bit differently, okay? It's not all cut, paste, dry facts. Science is full of just awesome things that you don't realize until you think about it. All right? So go out and be your own universe. And I'm going to go out and be my own universe. Woo! In fact, there's my space poster. I stare at that sometimes. I don't look at my window. Alrighty. Well, I hope that was a decent introduction and I didn't talk too fast. But think of some things you want to learn about, and I will totally go research them and put something together for you guys. Because, like I said, it's not only you learning, it's giving me something to do that's fun instead of watch Downton Abbey and cry over and over and over. But finally I finished. I'm caught up, so no crying in bed tonight. Alright, anyway, I hope to visit you guys soon and see you. It'd be awesome. Till next time.